Hey, Randall Cunningham here with Coach Nick Rivers. About 30 minutes before kickoff, Coach, I asked you to come on tonight just to talk about this senior class. Last home game for them. It's been a special group that you've had last couple of years.
Yeah, they've been a pretty good group. It was a smaller class, and we kind of added to it as we went. But a lot of these guys have been playing football since they were freshmen here with me. So, it's kind of hard to see them go. But I'm so glad about how far they've matured and all the things they've accomplished in their careers.
Coach, this group, maybe this year is not the year that we wanted it to be, but last year this group um, finished second in the region, had a home playoff game, two-time state qualifier, I believe, for this group. They've been able, I talked to the senior class last year. They really did reestablish Hixson football. And of course, the junior class to that senior class would have been this class.
That's great. We broke a lot of barriers and we made a lot of strides and accomplishments in the last 2 years with these guys. They've done a lot when it comes to helping us build a program and build a standard and build a culture with Hixson High School football. I couldn't be more proud of them. Yeah, I know we didn't, have the results we needed, this year, but I think we did make another step in the right direction when it comes to our program, even with, the season that we've had so far.
It's been a rough season, but these kids have played hard. I look at, you know, uh, not to bring anybody in particular up, but Chase, I believe, has played every team, every position on this team at some different point, and a lot of kids have. I know Adam comes in; he's a tight end by nature, but you put him in the backfield. You've had a lot of flexibility, small group, but kids that could play a lot of different positions.
I think a lot of it came from their beginning. When they came into a team that had went 2-8 the year before they got here, and it wasn't a good 2-8. It was 2-8 with blowouts. It was 2-8 with just not being able to hang and compete with people because of talent. And a lot of those guys played the next year as freshmen and got a lot of experience. We kind of joke about it, but Chase Barnard played linebacker and quarterback his first game in high school, and then he
I I know that's crazy.
and then he finishes out, you know, playing defensive end and some quarterback. So it just shows the type of character for those guys, and just what they've been through. They've been through the worst, and now they went through the best, which was last year, and now we're just going through another little roadblock when it comes to our success in this building this program. But I can't be more proud of those guys. I mean, you're talking about a group of guys that show up every day, that work their tails off, that earned everything they got, and at the end of the day, they're going to be sent off as winners. I mean, regardless of what the record is.
Coach, maybe no better indication. I spent my first year with the program around a lot of the kids this year, and I can't tell you how many kids or how many young men I should call them now. You know, they are yes sir, no sir, very polite, very well mannered, and in the game of life, that's going to take them a long way.
I think that's the biggest part that we kind of forget about playing high school and youth football. It's not always about wins and losses. It's about having success. And success doesn't always equate to what's on the field. Success has to do in life. I got students right now. Speaking of Chase, he got a certification in EMT, so he's a certified EMT before he gets out of high school. I got, I think, three more seniors, so four seniors total. That got over 20 on the ACT scores. I've
That's
got,
all.
I think I got five. At this point, we have five students that's been already accepted into college. So regardless of what's the success on the football field, as far as life, as far as growing young men, as far as being able to be productive in society and moving forward, you know, I feel like all our guys should be successful or will be successful when it comes to their futures. I mean, I like high. I said when I first took over the program, I want to develop high character young men, and that's what we're going to stick to.
Sir, they come to me sometimes. A couple of them have walked by, and it just blesses my heart to hear them say, "Yes, sir. Can I help you, sir? Let me carry that bag for you." Good kids, good young men. We want to send them out tonight with a victory. You got a challenge cross town coming up tonight, and someone in Coach Barger who speaks highly of you, and I know y'all have a relationship. Now I'm about to talk to him in about 10 minutes. Even though we're Hixson Radio, I thought I'd give him a chance to say goodbye to his seniors. But this is really a lot of respect between these two staffs.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we're we're a lot closer, than I guess most time as competitors. Coach Montgomery coached with Coach Barger, and Coach Barger is actually related to Coach Cooley. And I knew Coach Barger since he coached at East Ridge and Sequatchie. So, I've been familiar with him for a while now. But I think over the last couple of years, especially once track season kind of came around, we had a chance to kind of sit down and talk. We have a lot of things in common. He wants to run this program with a tight ship. He wants to win, but wants to win the right way. And I just, enjoy our conversations. And, of course, there's going to be some friendly, competition talk, when we talk about it. But at the end of the day, man, it's just coaches fellowshipping and appreciating each other and what we're trying to do for these young men.
When I think of this class, I'm going to think of all the things they accomplished on the football field, which was huge and really program changing. I think you said it right. This group has a legacy this year, especially of of setting the groundwork that the next class has, and the young kids, and teaching the freshmen, which you have a great group of freshmen and sophomore, how to work. But if you were going to sum up this group on the field and off the field, what would be your final words to this group?
Uh, I mean, talking about from what they've been resilient. This was, like I said, this was a class that came in. Hixson hadn't been winning, and I remember the conversation I had whenever we had our first interest meeting for high school football, and they all said the same thing. They're coming in here to change the narrative of Hixson High School and put some respect back, in Hixson High School football program. And I remember talking to a couple guys that were, just kind of concerned about it, playing other sports and things like that. And I just remember like talking to them and assuring them, like, listen, man, we're gonna do it the right way, and the wins will come by doing that. So, I want to say it's been resilient. They've came out and they've broken down barriers. They've led the right way, and you know what? They follow. Most of them, they've played multiple positions because the team needs them to play it, not because it's going to benefit them in the long run. But that's what the team needed, and they would do it. I got one kid playing running back right now that's been playing outside linebacker, defensive end for 3 years. So I appreciate everything that they've done for our program and everything that they've done for themselves. They've maximized their opportunities. Again, most of the guys that's playing have been playing for the last 3 years, maybe 4 years, depending on since they played in the freshman. But at the end of the day, they've all came in, put the work in, they've earned everything they've gotten.
Coach, I won't keep you too long. We're just going to do a quick kind of senior review. Um, I've got to admit, this has been a great year for me. I don't care. I've got to make relationships and lifelong friends, and you know, Hixson football is a special thing, and I can't wait till 25 till we strap it back up, and it's not that long away until you'll be back out there in the pads this spring.
Yeah, well, that's how it normally goes. I was talking to one of my coaches yesterday. I was like, man, it's the end of the season's already here, and we're back to the all season grind. And it just kind of happens so fast that you really don't have a chance to think about it. These kids were just freshmen last week, and then they're seniors. So
Yes,
you
sir.
know, I'm just kind of looking forward to it. I don't want to just graze over, go past this game because I want to win this game, of course. But yeah, we are looking forward to the future as well.
Coach, just my final words. I count Coach Chad Barger as one of my closest friends in the coaching community. So I'd kind of like to get to the W over him too tonight. So, Coach, again, I appreciate your time, and I've enjoyed the ride this year. I appreciate you all.
Thank you as well. Look forward to working with you in the future as well. Go
Oh,
Wildcats.
absolutely, Coach. You ain't getting rid of me that fast.
I know. Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.